Hey, what's up? Got some free time today, so I'm going to be doing some hacking out of schedule. See if we can get through this list and I can take the OSCP again. So right now we're looking at Sumo 1. This is a VM created by the Sun CSR team. I've already downloaded the file. I thought it was going to take a while, so I started it when I started that 5-minute break timer. This looks like it's going to be running on VMware Workstation, and it doesn't really have anything else in there. Our goal is to get a root shell and obtain the root flag. Pretty much par for the course. So let's get VMware open. Oh, it was tested on VMware Workstation 15, but I'm using VMware Workstation 16. It shouldn't make a difference. Let's open up a virtual machine. Oh, what on earth is going on here? Do I need to unzip it or something? Yeah, it's a zip file. Okay. While that loads, we're going to get a new note started. And I just know we're going to use NetDiscover. Sumo is on. It's loaded. Let's make sure we're connected to the right network adapter. Number 5, perfect. Power the bad boy on and see what happens. Alright, it is up and running. Ubuntu 12. I didn't see that. Black box challenge, right? Not a white box challenge. Let's get Kali going. We'll reboot because I have some crap on there from last night. Not quite booted up yet. We're going to run net discover to see if we can find a VMware VM. There it is. We found it running on 104. And now we can do some enumeration, some scanning. Let's do it the old-fashioned way. Nmap, I suppose. We'll just do a quick scan of the box. We got a web server running on port 80. Oh, I'm a bit tired. I was up pretty late last night. We'll tee this into a full scan. And then we'll check out the web server, I guess, while we wait for that to come back. The default page for Apache? 22222. That's not a common version. I wonder if we could find a vulnerability for that. See if there's any interesting robots files. Nothing. Is there an admin page? Is there a login page? Well, this kind of seems worthless. Even when we scan all the ports, the only ports that are up are port 80 and port 22, so it seems pretty straightforward. Let's get a dir buster going for the web server. Give that a minute, and we'll do search exploit for Apache 2222. I don't see anything. That might be relevant. Got another one. Mod session. Apache server before 245 proceeds with save operations. Gained access level none. That seems kind of like a waste of time then. Considerable information disclosure. Let's see if there is an EDB entry here. Nope. Exploit DB, nothing. We'll just leave that open in case you want to come back to it. Dirbuster's still not finding much. Well, because it's doubling up on us. Let's try that. See, we're finding stuff already. Look at that. Nothing in there, but we got the folders at least. I've seen before when CGI bin is available, is it more likely to be vulnerable to shell shock maybe? Or one of these has like CGI bin in it or something. This is definitely ringing a bell in my head. Yeah, it's that first one there. CGI bin remote code execution. I think. Let's do a better search. CGI bin. That's the only one. Alright, we'll try it out. Great song here. 29290. Fox Pixie. I don't know how to say that. Where you get Kali Linux RDP. I built it myself. So I just have Kali running in an ISO. I installed Kali using the hardware ISO on a virtual machine, and then I just installed a remote desktop server so that I'm able to RDP in. It's nice for copy paste and that type of stuff, but of course you're using RDP, so keep it patched, keep it updated. Hopefully that answers your question. I've dealt with this exploit so many frickin' times. So we need to have an old version of PHP running for this to work. We're gonna wait to fire this exploit until we know which version of PHP we have. So far it looks like none. We'll try to force browse. CGI bin. Not found. What? But it said... Oh, there we go. PHP 5 maybe? Not found. PHP 4 maybe? 6? 7? Okay, the PHP folder is not available. I'm also gonna run auto recon just because this is starting to seem like maybe I'm missing something here. Alright, let's try to compile this and see what happens. GCC. Oh, it's going to be Apache Magica. LSSL. And then I think we're supposed to run it on our local host. And we need to enter the target, which is 192.168.1.104. We need to enter the port, which is port 80. The protocol, which is HTTP. Reverse IP is 192.168.109. And then reverse port is port 4444. We'll start a listener. See what happens. No bueno. Yeah, these websites don't exist. It's looking for PHP4 and PHP.CGI. Those are not on the server, so we're not going to be able to use this exploit. Or we'll find a different PHP file running on there, and we'll just have to patch the exploit. This is pretty unfruitful so far. Hopefully Auto Recon finds something we missed. I guess we could run a Nikto scan while we're waiting. Whoa. Shell shock, okay. I've done shell shock before. The question is, which one do we want to use? These are all shell shock. Let's do Apache shell shock. There's only one. Hey, that's pretty easy. We'll use that one. I type that all the time. I do search exploit instead of search exploit. So it looks like we just enter all this stuff as we go. We don't need to modify this at all. I didn't check to see which version of Python it is though. It just says Python. Ah, it looks like Python 2. Payload reverse R host 192 no, yeah 104, and then L host is 192.168.109. L port, let's go with 4444. Ah, it didn't work. Address is already in use. Oh, okay. Well, that would make sense. I already have a listener going. Getting 404s like crazy. This is never gonna work. This doesn't look very promising. Durbuster's not finding anything in CGI bin either. We didn't find any more ports. I never looked at SSH. That could be my downfall. That's my Achilles heel, is I always forget to check out SSH because it's usually pretty uninteresting. Let's see, maybe it's interesting this time. For Yusuf? What am I doing? Did I boot the wrong VM? This is Sumo. Why is it called Yusuf? Is that just a bug? Maybe the same people that made Yusuf made this one and forgot to rename it? No, it's definitely the Sumo VM. Weird. And this exploit's just stuck. I guess we'll just have to wait for Durbuster to find something for us. SSH 5.9. That could be interesting. Holy buckets. Alright, let's see. 5.9. We have username enumeration, command execution if it's being used as SFTP. Huh. I guess we could do some user enumeration. Feeling good about the first one. Or maybe the last one there. 45939. Do we need to give this a... Oh my god, what's up with all these Python 2 exploits? Please write your shit in Python 3. Import arg parse paramco. God dang it. Oh, it's actually working. Oh my gosh. Let's see if that fixes it. Hey, it did. Okay, cool. And then we need to specify a port for SSH, which is 22. Let's just leave that empty. It should default to 22. Our target is going to be... Geez, what is the target? 192.168.104. And let's try Sumo for a username. Sumo is a valid username. Let's see if R is valid. R is valid. Let's try user. User's invalid. So this seems to be working, which is cool. We have 2 valid users. Let's go ahead and throw a word list at this. For user in cat, user share word list. Nah, sec list probably has something better. Let's find what we're gonna use. Let's find a nice word list of usernames. User share word list. Sec list maybe. Usernames. Default usernames maybe. So it's 10 o'clock in the morning where I am, and I don't have anything going on for a while here. So what I might do is I might make a little Python script here. I'm thinking about it. It might be easier just to do like a bash one-liner. But it would be kind of cool to set this up as a Python script. Well, I might not need it ever again. We'll just do the bash one-liner for now. Sec list. What was the path to this bad boy? Sec list usernames. Usernames. So we're going to cat the usernames there, and then for each user in this, we're going to do Python yada yada, and we're going to set this to the variable user. And then we'll grep for plus. Is that a special character? Wait, let's try a known user. We know that root is valid. We'll try this and say done. So it is grepping. It's giving us this other crap too. So let's redirect errors to dev null. Once I get my shell back. Jeebus. Maybe a smaller word list is in order for testing. Okay, we'll pipe 2 to dev null, redirect it, try that. That's very nice. Okay, we're gonna use this. I like this. This is like crack map exec kinda. Get me out of here. I'm in root is a valid username hell. Guess we just let it run. It's gonna be quicker than trying to get out of it. This is a big username list. Holy buckets. We'll just wait. We'll just be patient and wait for it. Wait it out. As my mom always says, you've made your bed, now sleep in it. I never actually made my bed. It was more comfortable to sleep in it messy. What do you think, Fox Pixie? Fox's Pixie? Is that how you say your name? Fox's Pixie? This is taking forever. Oh my gosh. It's almost... There we go. We got a shell back. Now let's actually throw a user list at it. And then we're going to save this all to sshusers.txt. Wonder how Durbuster's doing. Still no hits in the CGI bin folder. That's a bummer. Wonder if Auto Recon found anything. Our exploit's still trying. Doesn't look like we're gonna see anything in Auto Recon either. Am I missing something? Is there something super obvious here that I'm not seeing? What else did Nikto say? Content type options header is not set. Uncommon header TCN found with content list. That's interesting. Uncommon header TCN found. Uncommon header. What? There's a header with a CVE in it? Is this a clue, possibly? What on earth? What kind of CTF is this? Let's do some research on this CVE. Bash 4.3 does not properly parse function definitions in the values of environment variables, which allows remote attackers to execute arbitrary commands via crafted environment. As demonstrated by vectors involving the force command, featured in OpenSSH SSHD, the mod CGI, mod CGID modules of Apache HTTP server. Scripts execute. Weaponize says, "Hi Nate, I hope you're doing well." I am doing well. I don't have anything going on today, so obviously I'm doing great. I that's a lie. I have a wedding today, but it's not till this afternoon, so I plan on streaming all morning here, hopefully. The negative side of that is I might not be on tonight for the scheduled stream because there's an after party, so I'll probably be at the wedding after party. So we're getting it out of the way early. Weaponized, how are you doing, man? I'm gonna have to go digging through my notes and finding all the different shell shock. The times that I've exploited shell shock and remember how to do it. Fuzzing for shell shock, what? Found a shell shock endpoint by running Pharaohbuster CGI bin. So we're running the medium word list, but the extension needs to be .sh. We whiffed that one. Let's give that a shot. Stop, back, file extensions. Let's look for not PHP. We'll look for sh and start it again. Did we already find something? No. I have faith. We'll find something eventually. Test.sh. Alright, we do have a shell shock vulnerability. So we just need to fix... We need to fix our exploit. If we would have just trusted the output of Nikto, it told us right here. Test.sh. It looks like it also has test.cgi. But let's run test.sh, I think. Let's see what we did last time. So we found user sh, and we just sent it right in the accept header. So I guess we could try that again. We're going to replicate that exactly, except we're going to be sending it. What did that give us? Did that give us a root shell? That gave us the user Shelly at the time. So let's, yeah, let's replicate that. I was using Zap at the time. Let's see if I can figure it out in Burp Suite. How are we going to do this? We'll need to open up a proxy. And then we'll navigate to that. Oh, did Chrome crash? Test.sh. Alright, we're going to do a GET request to this file, which is exactly what we did last time. So we did a GET to the shell file, and then in the accept header, what did we do? Accept. We just removed everything. Let's try that. And then we throw that in. And then this. Is that double space? Colon, semicolon, end bracket, semicolon, bin bash, I, and dev, TCP, my IP, 4, 4, 4, 4. So we're just doing a reverse shell here. And 1. If it's this easy, I'm gonna be excited. So shell shock is my friend. Oh, address is in use already. I probably could have fixed this, because this is a shell shock. I just need to tell it about test.sh. We'll try both ways and see which one works best. Did we get that listener going? Look at these valid usernames. Neato. Listeners going, let's send this. And then we get a shell. Oh my gosh, it worked. Alright, we have a shell as www data. Cool beans. What can we see in here? Just some kind of shell file. We're gonna say export term is X term so I can clear. User is Sumo. Sumo has nothing in there. We have bash history. No permissions. Alright, we can't see anything in there. Is there anything cool in temp? Not really. I guess we're just gonna have to run good old trusty linpeas. What am I doing? That's the wrong window. We have linpeas, bin bash, linpeas, t to peas, out.txt. I'm hoping that this isn't gonna just be like a kernel exploit type thing. Usually vulnhub has pretty good priv-esque paths, but of course right away it's complaining about the Linux version. I mean, this is a really old box, so it makes sense. Nothing cool running internally. Permit root login. So we're able to log in as root. And it's not password prohibit. So we might be able to throw a word list at that. That's not good practice. You don't ever want to have this in your SSH config. If you're permitting root login, yes, you're boning your system. You better have like a super long password. Your password might as well be an RSA private key at that point. It's like frozen up or something. I wonder what happens if we throw a word list at root. Let's do fast track for now. This seems to be frozen. Auto recon finally finished. I don't think we found anything new though. Let's organize some stuff while we're waiting. We'll move all of our .pies to exploit. Permission denied. We'll move Apache yada yada to exploit. 2.9 to exploit. Full scan to scans. Nycto scan to scans. And then we'll move SSH users to scans. Did I break the shell? Why is this not coming back to us? We didn't see anything good in here. Sumo has an account. Maybe we could brute force Sumo. Let's take a look at this. I normally don't look at this too closely, the processes, but last night we were working on Samurai? No, not Samurai. Solstice, and the Privesk Pass was a PHP web server running as root, and we exploited that. SSH is running as root. Woo. Apache is running as root. I'm not seeing anything standing out. We got cron running as root, but I can't read write. I can't write any of the cron jobs. Espen Getty. Gosh darn it, it's like this is broken. Let's do this and resend it. How do we resend that? Send it to repeater. We'll send it again. Let's move the p's out .txt to myself. Home Nate phone hub Sumo. Oh no, host key verification failed. Oops. Frickin' broke it again. Let's say which Python. Okay, we do have Python. Let's get an a valid PTY. Okay, now we could try SCP. Oh, but we're not in the temp anymore. SCP linpeas. Not this. We already have that. We want peas.out. Tonight. Goodness, I should have slept more last night. Phone hub, Sumo. I think that's everything. And I'm gonna move this over because it doesn't hide my password. Okay, we got that transferred. I think we're going to be looking at a kernel exploit here. Although, it's a pretty old box. Maybe we can use like a sudo exploit. Let's try that. So, I remember sudo u hashtag 1 bin bash I think. Nope, wants a password. That sucks. I don't know the password. I'm sorry. You're right. I shouldn't have done that. What was I thinking? I promise I'm not trying to hack in. I promise. Dirty cow. Let's give that a shot. Uncomment the correct payload first. 406. What architecture is this? I guess we could probably see it. How do you look at that again? ID. No, not ID. What the heck? It's been so long since I've done manual enumeration that I forget how to see what I'm looking for, but it's just this string up here. I don't remember what command you use now to get it. Oh, that's not what I was looking for. Ubuntu 12.04. Back then, they probably weren't even making it for 64-bit. It's probably 86. etc OS release. etc star stub, is that one? No. Cat etc release. This doesn't tell me the architecture either. What command am I thinking of? Look through the old trusty dusty notes. We're looking for information gathering, I believe. Host name, OS version, and architecture. Issue, is that what I was looking for? Uname A, that's the one I'm thinking of. Uname A. I believe that means 64-bit. Maybe not. I don't remember now. I need to do the manual enumeration more often. The other way we could check is with, was it issue? Where'd my notes go? Oh, that's why. I was doing two different commands. Issue LTS 1204. Well, let's assume that it's 64-bit. Actually, we should probably look into it. Is x86 64 32-bit or 64-bit? It is 64-bit. Okay. So we'll need the 64-bit payload. This one here, the first one is 64-bit, and it looks like it's not commented out. The 32-bit version is commented out, so I think we're good to just run as is. And this is going to run bin bash for us, I think. No need to replace the payload. You should regenerate a payload, but I'm not going to. I'm going to be lazy here. So we're going to do... We don't need that anymore. Might have to take a break here soon. Yeah, actually, we're going to do that quick. We're going to take a 5-minute break. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. I don't remember where the heck I was though. Notes aren't helpful. Let's see, what have we done so far? Nikto identified shell shock. Where did Nikto go? We got rid of it. Let's get our notes caught up here. Seems like a good idea since I don't know where I am. Site appears to be vulnerable to shell shock. Let's highlight that in red. And then we'll do a shape over CGI bin.sh. We are able to get a reverse shell as www data using the following web request. And then we haven't done anything yet. We're trying to work on Privesk. That's as far as we are. Our notes are caught up. So we're currently working on privilege escalation. Get rid of that. We're gonna try Dirty Cow. Did I not? Oh, I put it in exploits. GCC for O yada yada. O is cowroot. P thread. Now let's host that, copy it down. Probably could have compiled it on here even. I might have to. Let's see. HTTP 192.168.109.444 cowroot. We have cowroot chmod plus x to cowroot, and then we'll run cowroot. No, it didn't work. Okay. What if we copy the exploit over? What if this isn't the right exploit? What we should do is run like Linux exploit suggester Because that seems to have a little bit better output. Is it priv checker? Linux priv checker. I think it's exploit suggester. Linux exploit suggester.sh, and we'll run that. Linux exploit suggester.sh. Tee it out to exploit suggester.txt. So this is saying Dirty Cow again. See exact vulnerable versions. Dirty Cow 2. We could try Dirty Cow 2. Exposure is highly probable. No smap. Bypass. Let's try Dirty Cow 2. 4087. Oh, you monkey. $40847. Forgot it already. Dirty Cow 2 is 40847. 40847. Not X, M. Copy it down. And then we'll close this. And we'll do 40847. Oh my goodness, it's in C++. So we have to compile as such. G++. Wall. Pedantic. O2. Is that a capital O or a 0? It's a capital O. std equals C ++ 11. pthread. O is decow. We're going to use 40847.cpp lutil. Hey, that was really nice. We have a exploit called decow. Right? Or was it cow root? Which one what did we just make? We made decow. So let's go back to home vulnhub sumo exploit. Then we'll do the Python web server. We'll copy it down. Decow doesn't exist? Isn't that's what we just made though, isn't it? Oh, because I forgot to do wget. Let's make it executable. Decal and recommended usage, decal tac S. Oh, also looking for some libraries that are required. Which G++, which GCC. So maybe we'll do dirty cow, but we'll compile it on the machine itself. Let's try that. Oofda. Goodness gracious. .c. So GCC 40616.c, O is cowrit, pthread. CC1, no such file. Well, I guess that's not an option then. Did we ever copy the results? We didn't. So let's scroll back up. What's our next one? Perf Suivent. .2613 something. Download that, but we're going to save it in the right folder. .404 not found. Forgot an S. This isn't going to tell us how to compile it, and I don't feel good about that. Is it bad that I can't do a Linux kernel exploit? Seems like it's a bad thing. Maybe we need to troubleshoot the problems that we're having with this exploit. What happens when we try to run it? Decal attack S. Let's look for compiling Linux kernel exploits.
glib cxx not found.
Let's take a step back and look a little bit closer at our other options. Maybe it's not a kernel exploit. What are our other options? We never checked for a vulnerable version of sudo 183. Well, look at that. We got ourselves a pseudo privilege escalation, possibly. Wonder what... Well, that one's denial of service. We probably don't want to look at that. 25134.c 25134. Death Star. Format string root exploit. Removed? Why did it remove stuff? They removed how to compile it? Oh no, there it is. So really simple to compile. We don't need anything special. Let's try this. So we are in exploit and we're hosting it. We should be able to just copy this down. It was called something. Two five one three four 25134.c. My gosh. GCC 25134.c, and we're gonna call it sudo exploit. Oh no, again with the CC1. So this is saying that CC1 is the internal command which takes pre-processed C language files and converts them to assembly. So if I compile it in Kali, maybe it'll work? Maybe? Try it. GCC 25 yada yada out to sudo exploit. We do have sudo exploit now. Then we'll copy it over. And then we just run sudo x. Well, first we gotta chmod plus x sudo exploit sudo exploit. Press enter when ready. It didn't work. It didn't do anything. Holy smokes. It tried though, it sure tried. From load preload cannot be preloaded, ignored. No worky. Or maybe it did work and I need to read about how it works. POC exploits yada yada. So here is what happens. We compile, we run, and then it gets all this cool output. Press enter when ready. It poops all over the screen just like it did for us. Sorry, try again. Sorry, try again. Incorrect password attempts. Oh, it says getting root. So it never said getting root for us. Too bad. It didn't work. Let's try running it again. Sudo exploit. Sudo exploit. Nope, not working. Cannot access E. Isn't it right there? Do I need to do this like on the root directory maybe? Oh, it needs a compiled version of this e.c. I wonder if I can do that and we'll just shim it in there. Oh my gosh, because it's not going to let me compile it here. We're running So I feel like we might be close. This might be it. Let's get that C file over to our Kali box. E.C to Nate at 192.1.109.444. And what am I doing? Home, Nate, Vuln Hub. What is the name of this? What is this called? This is called something. Sumo exploit. And I gotta pull this over because it's gonna show my password. Okay, we copied that over. It is in this folder here. Let's compile it. E.C. Move A.out to E. And then we'll grab it. .109.444 E. Not E3, just E. Okay, let's try this again. Now we have a compiled version of E, whatever the heck that is. And we're gonna do sudo exploit. Still not working. Okay, this is not the answer. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go through the rest. I was gonna say let's look through a walkthrough, but let's thoroughly go through this and make sure that we've tried all avenues. I've tried a few kernel exploits. None of them seem to work. This box doesn't... It seems like this box has been like cleaned in order not to be... you can't pop it with a kernel exploit. Kind of what it seems like. We haven't tried to just throw... Did we? We tried that, right? Did we ever try to log in as root? I thought we tried like a Hydra. Hydra, L, root, P, user share, wordless, fast track. We should probably try for more than just root. We know that there's a root account. We know that there's a sudo account. Say root. Oh, let's start with sudo. No, sumo. Was it sumo? It's probably pretty important that we get that right. Let's double check. ls home sumo. Sumo root. We'll do Hydra L with our users. P user share wordless. We'll just do RockU 192.168.104 and SSH. I thought we already did that, but maybe not. We'll give that a shot. No interesting files. We found one super user. We have a sumo user. We have a root user. And there's nothing too interesting in here. I wonder if Apache 222 has privilege escalation. Local privilege escalation vulnerability. Nope. Well, we never got any further than that with Linpeas. I think I'm gonna look at a walkthrough here. We've gotten pretty far. We'll see what the next step is. What are we missing? Sumo, Vuln Hub, walkthrough. Wow, okay. Dirty cow. Compile the exploit on the target. We never used the Lcrypt. We tried to... Did we never try to compile it on the box? Because we tried this. Let's try it again. Saying to use OG Dirty Cow, which is the very first thing we tried. We just couldn't get it to work. 406. Yeah, this isn't saying to use Lcrypt. They use a different way to compile it. These hackers, I tell you what. 40839, is that the same one we're using? Oh, we're using a different one. So, search exploit, Dirty Cow. What? What? That's not right. 40839. Why does it think that? How did they find 40839? If you don't already have Dirty Cow Metasploit module, you can download it from here. I thought we weren't going to use Metasploit for Dirty Cow. Dirty Cow is pretty much an instant win. First, download the exploit. So there's no... They didn't get this from anywhere other than just having it in their back pocket, I guess. The Pokemon exploit of Dirty Cow. Let's check my notes and the times that I've exploited Dirty Cow. I wonder if I was using this one or a different one. Dirty Cow. 40839. Hey, okay, wow. So we just have to know for in the future, if we want Dirty Cow, we should grab this one. This seems to be more reliable than the other ones. Does it tell us how to compile here? Fire fart. Nice. It does tell us how to compile. Alright, let's do it. 40389. Search exploit. M. And GCC. Now we're getting too crazy if we try to do that. We'll just copy her down. And then, I guess, move it right over to the box right away. wget http 192.168. Four 839.c. And we should compile it using this command here. But this is 40839. And we don't want to save this. We don't want to overwrite our word list. We have the file. Oh no. C11 is not available. CC1. I don't know. This walkthrough seems like it's kind of full of shit. What if we compile it here? And then we copy it down. Dirty. How do we execute this? Compile, then run the newly created binary either by doing this or this, my new password. Afterwards, you can sue firefart or SSH firefart. So, is the default firefart? The default's firefart. We'll set a password. Dirty, and then my new password. Chmod plus X, dirty, dirty, and my new password, we're gonna make it firefart. This is broken. I tell you what. How in the hell are we supposed to exploit this when we don't even have access to the C libraries that we need? The walkthrough said that they did it. Interpreter session. Run local exploit suggester. It's a surprisingly useful module. They are www data, and they did successfully compile it on the machine itself. So I just have a broken VM, I guess. GCC pthread dirty cow C dirty cow lcrypt. .40839 to dirty cow .c. So it's telling us to do GCC pthread Dirty cow.c. Oh, dirty cow. And then lcrypt. What the heck? No such file or directory. He's in TMP also. So what's wrong with my VM? I can't do it. I can't do it. Let's find a different walkthrough. Maybe there's a different way to exploit this. Oh. This probably has dirty cow, but let's go for something different. We move the exploit over to the victim and try to compile. We get an error. Whoa, what? Oh, he's gonna fix the error. Oh my gosh, okay. That's what we need. This is the secret sauce we need. Good thing we found this walkthrough. So, if we get that error, then we change our path to have user lib gcc x8664 export path. Okay. We need to put this in our notes. This is something I've never run across before. We'll just make a new note under privesc. Or not. Make a copy. Fixing GCC on target. If you get this error, can be fixed by modifying the path variable as follows. What is the secret sauce we need? So we change our path variable to path equals path $, user local sbin user local bin user sbin sbin bin user lib gcc x86 64 Linux GNU 4.8 and then export path. That should fix it. Let's give it a shot. All right, now let's try to compile. I think we renamed it, so we should be able to just run that. But we called it Dirty Cow. Let's move it to dirty.c. Whoops. Move dirtycow.c to dirty.c. And then we'll try to compile it. User bin is not in there. Okay, let's add that to the end. User bin. No way. It's called dirty. And then we'll set our password to firefart. Ooh, is it working? Okay, it's definitely not working. Let's see if we can SSH in now though. SSH firefart at 192.168.104. Firefart. Hey! We're root. Alright. Sudo root. Unknown ID root. Okay, whatever. We are root, so it doesn't matter. There we go. We got it. Should we go further and try to crack the password hashes? Why not? Let's give it a shot. We'll do SCP. Well, we have a valid shell session now. SCP etc password to Nate at 192.168.109. Home Nate. Phone hub. This is called Sumo, and we'll put it in loot. Then we'll do the exact same. Arrow is so nice. I'm so glad I can do arrow up commands now. Copy the shadow file over. So at this point we're already root, but let's go the extra mile, see if we can figure out some passwords. This is never gonna finish anyway. Unshadow password. Shadow. Crack me. Hashcat. Crack me. User share word list. Rock you. Oh, please specify hash mode. Let's see. Well, what was Ubuntu 12 using? .1204 password hashcat. We'll just say hashcat. Let's say 1204
Hashcat mode for password. Or for, yeah. SHA-512. Okay, that leaves us on 1800. Mode is 1800. Let's crack. Get some passwords. While we're waiting for that, let's update our notes. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. Can probably get rid of Durbuster now. We can get rid of burp. We can get rid of a notepad. We can get rid of this. All right. LinPs and Linux privilege. No, what was it? Exploit suggester. Both identified. Dirty cow as a possible Privesk avenue. I was struggling to get the exploit compiled, so I was getting an error. We turned to a walkthrough. I turned to a walkthrough, not we. I did. I turned to a walkthrough to see what I might be missing, and we found a way to fix the error. We were able to get a root shell using Dirty Cow. EDB. Which one did we end up using? 40839. For 0839. And then we'll grab the root screenshot, highlight it in red, and we're done with this guy.